Okay, in this section we'll look at how I would set up this body to 3D print. So, looking at it, this is the way it's come in. Now, I would normally try and find the way that the orientation that would take the least supports, and where stuff would just print up in a straight line. So this is actually not bad. What I might sometimes do is I would try and find, I may do it that way possibly sometimes, so that you could, so that the flow of the build would go up these claws, but there's no way. I would usually try and find a way to get all the claws to do without supports, but on this it's just not going to be possible. So I think the best way is going to be to try and do it in the orientation that's going to need the least supports on the visible surface of the model. So in this case, if I do it here, the body, all that body is going to be unsupported. All the supports are going to go in there. There's going to be some under there. There will be a certain amount under there, but they shouldn't cause too much damage. And the tips of the claws. So that orientation is fine for me. So what I'm going to do is I'll go into my supports. So it always, Chitubox anyway, always lifts the height by 5mm. It's best to let it do that if you can. It just needs room for supports. So I never trust 100% automatic supports, but they're always a good start. Recently I've started using heavy supports because I've had a few fails with a couple of things using medium. So this is my settings. I have customized these. I can't remember what the defaults were. I got some YouTube stuff and changed these a while ago. So basically I'm just going to do a platform automatic support. You can do all, and that will create supports coming from the body itself to other parts of the body. So it will put supports on your model to support your model, which I don't like, because it often creates unnecessary supports and damages the surface of the model. So I'll use a platform one. It shouldn't take too long, although Chitubox has been performing quite badly lately. Right. So that's not bad as a starter. So you can see we've got, straight off the bat, we've got pretty good support going there. So so what you need to do is you need to, this is where you have to see if it's actually done any good. So what I like to do, it's tedious, but I draw right down, look underneath at this. Then if you use the up and down cursors in Chitu, it will go walk its way through your model, so you can see that. So this is what you're looking for when you see this come in. So you see the first PCM model appearing. So there's your first little island. Now that island is probably alright with just that one support because it's a heavy support, but I'm going to chuck a couple of medium ones in because it can't hurt. Everywhere it's red is where Chitubox is recommending that you support it. That's like an unsupported material. That's essentially the first part of this model that prints. So I'm going to make sure that's well supported. So that's probably okay there. We'll let it go up and see where we go. I'm going to stick a couple more just around there, just for the hell of it. And see what we've got there. See they're quite unsupported, so I'm just going to pop a couple in there and watch it now, because we're going to start to see some other bits coming. And this is alright if you zoom out and see where it's going. See what it's done. So it's quite well supported on the base there now. So that's quite. So these ones are just. It can print there okay. Stick a couple more in if you want, because it's held there with heavy supports. So what you're looking for now is bits where it's got thin. I would really stick an extra one in there. What you're looking for is any islands that start up here. So that doesn't look good there. I don't look at that. looks very fine. So I'm going to go back underneath and see what that is. I think that's a claw. That's it there. So see where it's appeared. 3D printing is a fiddly process. You can automatic it. Yeah, you see that's alright, I think. But I'd be tempted to put one there just for the hell of it. Right, and we're starting to get something coming here. So I would just pop a couple there. This is one of the pegs. One of my keys that I've got for joining together. So, and I'm just going to dot a couple in there just for good measure. You can never have too many supports. So you can see we've got that one there. So this is good. This is gonna come up quite clean there now. So that's a well supported foot. And see that's nicely cradled and supports there. If you're a bit worried, just pop a couple more around there just to give it that little bit extra support. It'll come off easy. It's quite a textured model, so the support shouldn't leave too much damage. So as we wind up, this is all good. No more supports needed there. Ah, right. So we see one come in there. So that's going up, and there we are. That's where it's getting support. Tip of that claw there. One support. Yeah. I'm going to add another couple in there just for safety. Never hurts. So I think these claws will probably print fine if you watch them. Yep. And that one's come up. That one's fine. And we missed that. So this is the main base of the model coming in here. So we want this well supported. So that looks pretty well supported because they're all heavy supports. So yeah, I think that's more than enough on that. So that comes up. Then what we're getting, oops. You see the supports are getting ready. So there, we got there. See, that's pretty well supported on there, to be honest. So that's all good. That leg, I think that leg's alright. Because you've got all that there. You've got nothing more than 45 coming out of there. So you're pretty good with that. I think we can see now that there could maybe, because that's, you see that there, it's just floating very thin on its own, so there's plenty on there. Comes up. So we do looking good, that one. Yeah. So they're okay. There comes, I think that's okay. It should be alright. Coming out there. Oh, right, the island just appeared. So this is going to be the elbow, like sort of the knee, elbow, whatever. It's got one support. That's not much. One support on that. That's terrible. So let's just ask them to snap off. I'm just using medium supports. I mean the heavy one should keep it attached. And these just dotted around it just to stop it from, just to keep it still really, so it wasn't twisting. So yeah, I think that should do. So that's good there. Yes. Supported enough, I think. I might just come on. If you put them right on the tip of a curve, you get a lot less problems when you use supports with sort of scarring of the model. You see that claw there? That's fine. That's just that comes out there. No problem with that one. That's a perfect little claw. So we'll come up here. This is all good. That's all good. Now that there is not great. See, that's a little tiny bit there. Stick a couple in that, just to give it a bit of support. And coming up here, that looks all good. That claw there, yeah, that claw's good. That claw's fine all the way up. We've got, we're getting some other ones coming in. Right, we have a missed one here. You see that there? Let's put any supports on there, and that's because I told it only to use the platform, and this one is going to need some little supports in there. So unfortunately you're going to get supports on your model. There'll be a little bit of marking when you take them off. It shouldn't be too bad, and it's in a reasonably hidden sort of area. I don't like that support I just put on there. That's too close to the model. Get that one. So that's okay. Right, so that is a bad one. It's probably one of the worst ones in the thing. It's very, very fine. I probably shouldn't have made it that fine. I'm just going to do that. You probably use the very tip of that. I'm going to put another support in there. Probably another one there. Be surprised how easy these will come off. So again, we've got another little claw coming in there. So you don't want a claw support on one support. It's just not enough. You think about it, that's sticking to the plate. Every time it pulls up, it's pulling on that one tiny support. There's no way that's going to keep its shape. So you need to build a little. When you take these off, it's best to clip them rather than just pull them, because you might snap the claws. So that's good there now. Right, so you see we've got some in there. So we've got an island there, an island there. They're okay, and that's it. I'm happy with that. I mean, I might double check it again just to make sure, but that will do for me for the supports. So what you should probably do as well with this would be to hollow it out. You can hollow it out first, but when you do auto supports, it will then go and slam a lot of supports inside, and it generally doesn't always need them. So I usually do the supports first, then I will go back into the main module, go to hollow. 1.9mm, that's my normal thickness, so we'll leave it at that. So you just go hollow, take a little while, go down and do the hollowing. There you go, one hollowed model. So that's your hollowed model. Now what you do have to do as well when you're hollowing stuff is hollowed models need drainage. If you don't drain them, you get resin held inside the model, and over time that resin can cause problems. It can cause your model to crack. So what you need to do is you need to cut drainage holes in. So we have a little hole cutter. I usually use a 4mm one. So I'll use a hole. Actually, it's going to be a bit smaller, I think. And Chitubox is grind the hole again. So there's a hole there, bottom of the peg. I can't really see it, but I'm going to put a hole in the side of the peg if I can. Actually, no. Well, I'll put a hole is put one in there, I think. That's it. So 2 holes is usually better because this helps the drainage a little bit better. So that'll do. That's fine. Don't really need any more than that. And basically, It's ready to go. That would print. So you just send that over to your printer and you're ready to go. So you would set your slicer up. Nope, nope. You know, out of bounds. That's when I moved it before. It's because I accidentally moved it before. There we go. Now it was nice. And in a few seconds, you should get your slice. So that's the file that's going to your printer. Say that out, and you're good to go.